Happy Easter Monday, everybody. Welcome back to another video. And today it's just I'm a little bit confused why I'm making this video. I feel like my spirit is a little bit bothered, and I had an experience and I want to share it again. You know me, I'm always sharing my experiences. And I would appreciate for viewers to comment. I would appreciate it to have some comments reacting to what I'm about to share. Would be really nice. And my big question is there something wrong with me to think that there's something wrong with that? Very good. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Now I'm going to make this so fast. I'm just going to go straight into it, get to the point. Okay, so first of all, I brought my son to the doctor last Monday, a week ago to be exact. Now, this doctor is like my backup doctor. He is not my original doctor. So my original doctor is a little bit out of town, and whenever he's like on vacation or he's not available for whatever reason, he would send us to, like, his patients to this doctor that is in question here. So that's how I ended up coming across this doctor that I'm about to talk about. Now, this doctor is here in town and where I live, very close to where I live. So it's kind of like a plus in a sense. It works out nicely that I don't have to travel out of town to go to my original doctor. Now, anyway, I've been going to this backup doctor, like, let's say for a year and a half now or something like that. And last Monday, my doctor was very much available, my original doctor, but I felt like I just wanted to run quickly with my son because there was something not too serious, but it's something I really had to seek attention for, and I brought him. I just wanted to go close by. I was normally supposed to be at work, so I just ran to the closest doctor to me. So I went to him instead of my original one. So that's how that ended up happening. Anyways, long story short. So when I went to this doctor last Monday, I called him. First of all, I called him in the morning, and, just to find out because with Corona now, everybody has to make appointments. And so I phoned him in the morning, and I, asked that if it was possible for him to see me and blah, blah, blah. And he said, okay, yeah, come at such time. So when I showed up, I was in the waiting room for a little bit, and then I went in eventually to see him. And when I went in to see him, he did his investigation. He investigated what the matter was. And while I was there, though, first thing of all, while I was in the waiting room, I realized that there was no hand sanitizer. Okay, fine. When I went into his office, I saw that there was no hand sanitizer on his desk. Like every doctor nowadays, especially nowadays, have hand sanitizers everywhere, especially on their desks. So anyways, I said to the doctor, okay, can I have some hand sanitizer? Anyways, he gave it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. When he was examining my son, that's my little boy, my 3-year-old boy, because I have 2 sons. For those who keep up with me, they know that. I have 2 sons, and the littler one, when he was about to examine him, he made me do it, first thing of all. Now, this doctor is in his, like, white thing covered, and his mask, and he was all dressed up as if he was going to do a surgery, as if he was about to operate on someone. This is how he is in his office, especially since Corona. No problem, no big deal. But it was a little bit of kind of strange that, I had to undress my son. He didn't touch my son at all. Now, for a doctor who's working, I was thinking, okay, it should be his duty to do that. But I didn't make it a big deal. I just kind of thought about it for a second. But everything's kind of making sense to me now. Anyways, we did our consultation and I left. No big deal. Oh, before we left, my son wanted to do a pee-pee. He wanted to use the toilet. So I said, I noticed on the sign when I just came in that the toilets are out of use. Fine, understandable also, because of this whole corona thing. Everywhere is kind of locked down with their toilets. It's very hard for you to go out in public and get toilets. I feel like, though, personally, when you go to like the doctor and so, that should be different. You should have access to toilets if you're paying a doctor's visit. I personally feel like that. But anyways, it is what it is. It's his thing. He's in control of what he does. Because my original doctor, I was there not too long ago either, and his toilets are available for use. But this particular doctor, his toilets are on lockdown. So I asked him, I was like, I know your toilets are unavailable, but you know, my son is 3 years old. Can he just borrow your toilet? And he was like, no, the toilets are not available because if someone uses it, then I have to go disinfect the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. I thought, kind of strange. But I kind of pleaded like, yeah, but he's only 3. And then when I go in the streets, it's going to be even worse because he's not going to be able to use the toilet at all until maybe I come home. He's 3 years old. He can't hold it for that long. He said, no. Anyway, I left him alone. I just couldn't bother. I asked him twice. He said, no, what can I do? Now, continuing on. So I was supposed to go back to this doctor a few days later to pick up, like, you know, a very important document. And when I went back this time, which was on Friday morning, because I saw him on Monday, and on Friday morning I was supposed to go in and pick up a document. I went back alone to pick up the document because it wasn't necessary to bring my son along. So I went alone, and when I went, of course, I had to ring the doorbell. This time, though, I had forgotten my hand sanitizers because I was just rushing to go pick up this document, and I changed my bag. So I just put one of those little cross bags across and just tossed my purse in and my phone. I totally, had forgotten to grab my hand sanitizer, which is very important. That was my bad, though. But anyways, it is what it is. And I rang the doorbell as usual because he has to buzz you in. And I, as normal, went and sat in the waiting room, and I waited for a bit because he was busy with someone else at the time. So after it was my turn now, I went into him, and first thing of all, I said, please could I just sanitize my hands because, I touched the doorbell, whatever. I'm inside of the building now. I'm probably touching things, And he was like, no, it's not necessary because you're just only waiting for the document. He was writing something for me. So I was like, no, but it's necessary. No, he said it's not important. That's what he said. Not necessary. He was like, it's not important. But I was like, seriously? I thought to myself. I said to him, no, but I rang the doorbell and stuff. I mean, I really need to sanitize my hands. And it's not like the toilets were open where I could go in and wash my hands. And he was like, yeah, he refused to give me some hand sanitizer. Now, that's what this video is really about. A doctor refusing to offer, I'm his patient. My kids are his patients. And I come into your surgery, I come into your office, and I need some hand sanitizer, especially at a time like this where, it's everybody has to be careful, and it's Corona. Corona is on the loose. And I was a little bit taken aback. I was a little bit confused, and he was like, yeah, I'm just writing this, so no need, it's not important, blah, blah, blah. And he literally just handed me that document, and I left. I was in there for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe, max, I think. I know I wasn't there for that long, and I know I should have brought my own because everybody has to walk with their own hand sanitizer these days. So my bad. But at the same time, who the hell refuses to give someone some hand sanitizer? Especially someone who's in the healthcare field. Like, I'm not thinking that if someone was to deny someone the use of some hand sanitizer, it would be a doctor. I'm thinking the doctor would be the last person on that list, or the first person to offer you. Matter of fact, I'm thinking he should, be encouraging me, like, yeah, please sanitize your hands. Normally they do that. When you come in, they say, please sanitize your hands the moment you step in, because they have to protect their territory also. They don't want to know that I'm bringing, extra germs, bacteria, or whatever from the outside in. So it was a little bit strange that he was not even offering it to me before I asked. That's how they normally do it. And he didn't have one, like I said, on that Monday when I went in, I didn't see one on his desk. And this Friday now when I go back, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, could somebody really, a doctor especially, it's not like I'm a stranger to him, and even if so, it's hand sanitizer. I don't know what to think of this doctor. I notice he has always been a little bit, he doesn't have the nicest personality, if I may say it that way or put it that way. Because I've gone to see him for quite a few times. But like I said in the beginning, only on occasions where my doctor is unavailable. Now, anyways, fast forward, and to wrap this up, I walked out of that doctor's office really confused. I mean, some might argue that it's really not a big deal, but my spirit feels like it's wrong. It is so wrong. Who the hell denies someone some hand sanitizers? If you walk into a pharmacy or any business place for that matter, they have a hand sanitizer, whether you have your own or not. They're making sure that there's a hand sanitizer at the entrance for all of the patrons. So I don't know, for this doctor, he didn't open up his toilets to us, to his patients. He doesn't want to share his hand sanitizer. He didn't want to touch my son. Like, somebody please comment under the bottom of this video. Comment and let me know what y'all think. Am I overreacting? Am I overthinking? Am I a little bit too much to think that something's a little bit off about this? I had to undress my own son on Monday. He didn't touch him at all. I had to show him what he needed to see, but he didn't touch him at all. I don't know how to take this, what to think of it. So it's not only the hand sanitizer thing that's the issue. And I feel like, you know what? I don't even want to go back to this doctor again. Like, I feel like it's better that I find another backup doctor, because this doctor, I knew from the beginning that he doesn't have a nice personality. I mean, he's kind of old too, so maybe he's just old and grumpy, but I don't know. But whether or not, I feel like there are just too many things that it's a little bit too off, and I just want to know if I'm overreacting or something here for me to ask a doctor for some hand sanitizer and for it to have been denied. How should I take that? Like, what should I think of that? Like, I really don't know. But I know that I feel very uncomfortable about it. Maybe it's not such a big deal, some might argue, but I mean, I feel how I feel about it, because I can be very sensitive to some things, because I don't know what's wrong with people these days. I really don't know what's wrong with people. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to put out there. And when something bothers me too much, I always try to share a video about it, to kind of get it off my chest a little bit, to talk about it. And so, like I said, comment, if you may. Comment and let me know what you think about this doctor, or if there's something wrong with me, to think that there's something wrong with that. So until next time, I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, and if you may, share this video, like this video, and you may also comment. That was my message today. Yes, so until next time.